Are you the one who is looking for some passion in your life? Are you someone who want to quit your comfortable job and get into some passionate field of yours? So if yes, then you are here for the treat, because I have today with me Vikas Bansal, one of my initial students in the AFH community, and he is a corporate. He was a corporate professional for the last 20 years. He worked with companies like Tata Teleservices, HCL, and many more. And he's a NIT graduate from Kurukshetra, and he's a IIM Indore graduate as well. So he's now has been working with as a guest faculty from with the IMT Ghaziabad as well as MDI Gurgaon for last 4 5 years. Right. So today we have Vikas Bansal with us, and he has come out with this wonderful book, Be Your Boss, because Vikas believes in freedom, values, and he inspires people to become entrepreneurs, and his passions are about public speaking and training. So welcome, Vikas.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Som.
Thank you very much. So let me quickly start the interview. And before that, I wanted to show all of you the book which Vikas has written so that all of you get an idea about that. Let me show that. 1 second. Here is the screen coming in front of you, and let me show you that. And he's a bestseller in India, US, and I believe which other country you hit bestseller, Vikas?
Australia as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me quickly start sharing the screen, and here we go. Let's see. You can see that. Be your boss, work smarter, become a role model, live life in your own terms, and achieve success faster as an entrepreneur. And look at this, hitting bestseller in multiple categories, multiple countries. Amazing, Vishal. What a journey. So much appreciated. And let's now get started. And why don't you, Vikas, first of all, tell about your journey in brief so that people could know you better and understand why did you leave the job and your life journey, leaving a job, starting this consultancy and training thing, and writing a book. Please tell the audience.
Okay. So I'm an engineering graduate, did my engineering from NIT Kurukshetra in 97, then worked a couple of years. And then I was able to fulfill the biggest dream of my life at that point in time, which was to get into an IIM.
Yeah.
IIM was always something which was of a dream, and I was able to fulfill that. So 99, 2001, 2 years, then in a regular job for the next about 17 and a half years.
Right.
So, I mean, I was doing pretty well in a job. But ultimately, since the last about 4 years, I would say since 2016, I always had an inclination of doing something more. Yes. So in a job, I was always in a regular profile, sales and distribution, marketing, strategy, innovation, customer life cycle. I mean, I've done enough roles, but I wanted to get into the public speaking domain.
Right.
And just to add on, I was the college secretary during my final year in engineering. And used to love organizing all these events, even during my IIM days. Yes. So I felt I had a flair, and I felt I could really add value to other people's lives through this medium. Yes. And 2016 is when I got a chance to address some students at MDI Gurgaon. I got a good feedback. I've been visiting there since so many years now.
Wonderful.
I also regularly undertake a course at IMT Ghaziabad. I mean, so these are the things which really set me up again. I said thinking that, yes, I could really contribute something to their lives. And 2016 is what gave me that, I would say, stimulus. And 2018 is when I was able to decide and leave my job. And I've been really enjoying this stint. So working more as a public speaker, professional speaker, and had the opportunity to write this book during the lockdown. And life's been great, and now working in the online space as well.
Wonderful, Vikas. So your journey is a little bit quite similar to me. I mean, in 2015, I also quit my job, and then I was thinking of writing books, but I had to join once again because I believe at that point of time I was not ready. So I joined again the corporate world, but I left my corporate world in 2017 with a full passion that I will be becoming a writer and doing the books. So values are freedom, because we people cannot go long for such a routine thing, and excitement is required. So great to understand from you. And now let me ask you about what is the motivation behind writing this book? Why did you write this book in the first place? So that people could know about, because every book has author's mindset, belief, thought, and a lot of life journey behind it. And if some values are there in the author, then that are reflected in the book. So please tell us about your journey, which prompted you to write the book so that other people can get lessons out of it.
See, I would say I was lucky enough to have been born and brought up in a business family.
Okay.
Now, so when I say being lucky enough, I mean, I understood what it takes to be in business, though I worked so long in a job. But
Yeah.
when I ventured into a business, and or when I saw many of my colleagues who left their jobs and ventured into their businesses, I saw certain gaps. You
Hmm.
know, people are really excited about having that big idea and then really scaling up that big idea. You know,
Yes.
getting into a business home is not just about that one big idea. It's
Absolutely.
about mentally preparing yourself for so many things.
Yes. Totally
So
agree.
business is about identifying your right passion. It's
Yes.
about knowing your talent. It's about connecting to people. It's about having the right attitude. So, you
Correct.
know, I saw many people who were merely employees for so many years just jumping onto a business because they had a great idea
Yes.
without understanding whether they had the other capabilities within them to be successful
Absolutely.
in business. So
Absolutely.
this really prompted me to pen down certain things. I believe so. That's the reason I wanted to reach out to so many budding entrepreneurs, not just people who are in business, but people who are thinking of getting into a business.
Absolutely. Yes.
Or I actually talk about the basic premise of this book be the entrepreneurial mindset. Do you really
Hmm.
have that mindset, even if you're in a job? Can
Absolutely.
you really take that responsibility of taking the onus on yourself? So, I mean, this is what I had in mind. So that I wanted to tell the people it's not just about the idea, it's not just about raising capital, it's
Hmm.
not just about building a team, it's about so many other things which really go about in making a successful businessman. That's the premise of writing this book.
Very true, very true. Because see, as Tony Robbins said that 80% is mindset, psychology, and 20% is the mechanics. What people think these days that they know this hack, that strategy, and they can get into the business. So that is not
Right.
something which works because it is at the end of the day mindset. Because if when the tough times comes, you have to be with the right mindset. Wonderful, Vikas, to know about that. Now let's get into your journey about I want to just understand from you. You talk about something like people connect in your book. What exactly is the importance of people connect? You said talent, strength, people connect. What is the importance of people connect? Before I tell that, let me just say something from the book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. There are three stages of dependence. One is dependence, one is independence, one is interdependence. Most of the people go for independence, but they don't realize that the real power happens in the interdependence, and it is a bigger version of the independence, because then you are utilizing the power of a bigger power of the community, bigger people. So which nowadays I'm experiencing like thousand people in my community and they're writing books. So now people connect is something in which you are connecting with people. And what is your take on that? Why do you want to stress on that? You have a specific section on that. And while you are saying, let me quickly show to the people index of your book, and you can keep on talking. Yes, please. People connect, second pillar.
So again, when I spoke about the attributes which are required to be successful businessmen, see this is one attribute which is the biggest indicator for success. When you
Yes.
get into a business, you really need to be comfortable in getting in touch with so many people, in being
Yes.
able to communicate your ideas to those people,
Yes.
right? So again, as you said, it's not just about having understanding one particular hack and then being successful.
Yes.
So people connect. So when I again see many of people who have just been employees, you know, assume there's not a big enough reason for you to connect with people across different industries.
Yes.
Somebody who's worked in banking, he may have friends only from the banking sector. Somebody who's worked in
Absolutely.
telecom will only have friends from the telecom sector, by and
Ab-
large. But
yep.
when you get into a business, you ought to know people from all across the industries.
Yes.
Now, if you've not been doing that while being as an employee, it
Mm-hmm.
really gets tough when you become an entrepreneur. So,
Yes.
in People Connect, I'm actually talking about how do you really build relationships.
Yes.
Now, so what happens is in today's digital age,
Mm-hmm.
people feel that the number of connects on a Facebook or a LinkedIn account is equal to number of friends. That's not the case. I
Absolutely
mean,
true.
you understand it takes time to build a relationship.
Yes. True.
Many people do not even take the time to get back to their Facebook Connect.
Yes. Very true. Very true, guys.
So, I mean, you've not even communicated with your Facebook Connects even once, one on one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Forget
Yes.
about forget about talking to them over a phone call. You've not really communicated with them on the digital media message.
Mm-hmm.
And today, even with many of our friends, we're only communicating through a group WhatsApp message.
Ah, yes.
Right? I mean, you're wishing your best of your friends in a group WhatsApp message. So,
Correct.
so slowly we're actually losing that personal connect with people. And
Mm-hmm.
being in a business, you really cannot afford that. So
Absolutely.
that's
Yes.
the reason I have a complete section on this People Connect, wherein I'm talking about the aspects of networking,
Mm-hmm.
talking about the aspects of building relationships.
Right.
And that's what really builds a big, strong foundation for your business.
Absolutely. And now, wonderful. You very rightly said, because the more connection we have on the Facebook, Instagram, etc., it is like a more of ego boosting happening, or you scratch my back, I scratch your back, just like and comment on something. But real connection, people, I have seen various memes in which like people are sitting in the table across the dinner table, and everybody is at the mobile phones and connecting with people, but they're not really connecting with their family and friends, right? So wonderful summarized, Vikas. Let me quickly now go to your journey as an author, because this interview is to inspire people who are also thinking of writing book. So talk about something like what kind of challenges you faced when you are writing the book, when you're publishing the book, and you're launching the book, and what kind of lessons or kind of enlightening moments you had, aha moments you had when you're writing, publishing, launching. And then let's talk, after that we'll talk about the role of community which played in your success. Please go ahead.
Okay, so definitely, see, I had kind of written the first draft by the time I started following you and your course.
Yep.
But again,
when did you join, by the way?
I joined in May.
Yeah, you were the initial first few students in my batch. Yes, wonderful. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I joined in May. Now, again, so for many people who think about writing a book, so to them, writing a book is only merely writing the words and having the draft ready is all about what writing a book is. But even I had it in mind that a successful book is not just about writing. It's about, again, everything, right? From designing the right cover page to having the right marketing, to having the right social media approach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything is involved in having a successful book launch.
Absolutely, yes.
So writing is only one part of a successful book. So even I still remember, and that was the time of the lockdown. So I knew I had to do everything by myself. So luckily, I had been active on LinkedIn and Facebook for a few months, and I knew that if I am able to do a good job on social media, I would be able to get the book across to many other geographies. Right. And I was really thrilled because and I drew a proper plan. So when I was in May, I actually knew I had to launch the book by 30th of June. Okay. And it's like how we plan in a marriage. I'm sure even you and me have attended a lot of marriages or have had marriages in our house. So we always have an end date in mind.
Absolutely, yes.
And then you backtrack your activities. So if your book is going to be published on 30th of June, you really should be knowing by when you should be starting your social media marketing pre-launch.
Yes.
So all those things. I had an end date in mind. I was finally able to publish the book on 24th of June because I was sure that I had everything under control.
Right.
But so I started off my social media campaign about 3 weeks before my launch.
Wonderful.
That was in terms of building up the curiosity for the book.
Absolutely.
So a lot of these things, and again, some valuable insights from your course in terms of how do you really go about marketing it properly. Yes. And then even small nitty-gritties like designing the cover page, many times we may not pay too much of we may not really consider it as a too big an asset.
Absolutely.
But the small things which were there in your course really helped me in this. And so it went off pretty well, the entire launch thing.
Yes. And, people sometimes say that publishing on your own, marketing on your own is kind of like a techie stuff. You won't be able to do it. So how easy, you have already experience of some kind of technical stuff and marketing stuff. So some people might be of a background, they don't have any technical knowledge. So do you think it was like too much of technical? It's like anybody can with little bit practice, learn it and do it on their own? Do they need a publisher?
I believe everybody can do it. But again, it's very important to have a good pre-launch sequence in mind. Anybody can do it.
Right.
And secondly, so if somebody feels he's not able to do it, you can really outsource the advertising part to somebody else, but you cannot outsource the entire social media part to somebody else.
Right.
So first of all, answering your question, I believe anybody can do it.
Yes.
It's only a matter of spending, let's say, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And you will get very comfortable and you don't need to tinker around with those marketing campaigns every single day.
Right. Got it. And now let's talk about after writing this book, what kind of positive developments happened in your profession, your business? How this book, when you launched it and it was hitting bestseller, not only in India, in US, in Australia, what kind of feedback you got, and what kind of, did you get some kind of additional breakthrough moments with this book? Tell the audience about that, because a book is a profound marketing tool for everybody. It's not a visiting card. Visiting card can be thrown away, but a book, when somebody has it, remains for the life. So talk about that, how this book helped you, so that people should know that if they are not writing the book because of certain reasons, they should be thinking that why it is important to write a book. Please go ahead.
Okay, so again, that was the time of the lockdown. So 24th June when I published the book and hit the bestseller. So it was a bestseller in July, a complete month of July in India.
Yeah.
Now, that was again the time of the lockdown. So I, having been worked with a few corporates last year for their speaking and training requirements, now everything was still under a lockdown. So I wouldn't say I had any immediate breakthrough in terms of getting more business or
Right.
getting any clients. But yes, so it really helped me reach out to those corporates again.
Yeah.
So I mean, here was one person who acknowledged the fact that he had not procured any business for the last 4 months. I'm being very honest with that, right? March, everything came crashing down. For people like me who were there in the physical space, there was absolutely no business for the next 4 5 6 months.
Yeah.
But I was able to get back to them telling that I had done something worthwhile and my work had been appreciated, not just having done something. So this book was meant for the budding entrepreneurs, but I got a lot of good feedback even for the corporate employees, from a lot of professionals, and especially students.
Right.
So this is so I mean acknowledging that yes, you had a tough time, but you've been able to do something meaningful in that tough time is what gave me that confidence. And it started opening again some doors for me, and that's how the turnaround happened.
Wonderful. So as they say, author is the term that comes from the word authority. So the moment you write a book, people start to see you as authority. They see you as an expert, because somebody who can compile all those thoughts in one particular book in a sequence, it means that fellow knows something about the work, right? So that kind of give confidence to the people to work with you. Wonderful, Vikas. Now quickly, let's talk about this thing. You joined my course, Author Freedom Hub. Like, now you joined when I believe you were like, I was doing my second or third webinar, and you joined that in the month of May. And now we have like 1,000+ students. So community has grown very much. But tell the audience, like, if somebody is just thinking of writing a book, maybe he has written the book but struggling to publish, market, thinking that publishing companies are charging huge money and all. So tell that how this course, as such course, how the community and how the weekly sessions somehow helped you to kind of build that confidence and build that momentum, so that people could know about that.
See, again, course, I would say, because you had all the basic fundamentals covered, right from the cover page design to the entire marketing campaigns, how the marketing campaigns need to be run.
Right.
So that was a real big help for me.
Yes.
Because otherwise, not many people would give due weightage to the kind of marketing that needs to be done.
Yes.
Right. And now I really can't say too much of the community help at that point in time. So as again you mentioned, we were just about a very handful of people during the initial months.
Yes.
And but yes, on the contrary, so we were really a handful of people, but we had access to your time. So
yes. I remember giving a special session to 4-5 people on the special AMS ad session, and that was very helpful to all of you.
Absolutely. So we had the liberty of calling you up even at odd hours, which obviously now that you have a big strength, people in your group will not have that liberty. But I'm sure I keep following your sessions in a way that you keep conducting these weekly meetings. Wonderful. And I did attend a couple of those sessions at that point in time. So to anybody who's listening or watching this clip, I can definitely say, for somebody who really remains plugged in to those weekly meetings, I mean, he will really remain on top of things, because you have a lot of experience sharing which happens in those sessions.
Yes.
So he will be on top of things, and he will be able to follow his deadlines if he really gets plugged into those meetings. So very important to plug into those weekly meetings.
Wonderful. I think we are towards the end of this session, but let me just ask you quickly, like, people, your main passion is to teach people about public speaking, about training. So talk about, like, somebody who's watching, and if he's maybe he's willing to write a book, or maybe he's just inspired by a person who is IIM graduate. Maybe people somehow connect from different angles. If you're from NIT Kurukshetra, somebody might connect from that reason. Somebody I am Indore. So some people think that, okay, he's left the job. So different angles are there for connecting by the different people. So different vibes connect in different way. So now from the angle of somebody who's thinking of getting into the public speaking training, what do you have to say to them? Why should they listen to you? And what kind of special things you are doing these days so that they should approach you, they could come to you? Maybe I'm trying to ask you, how should people reach out to you and what they should expect from you?
Okay, so my contacts are pretty simple. My website is vikasbansal.com, and you could just send me an email at connect@vikasbansal.com.
Wonderful.
So I now primarily so other than the offline space, which obviously has been pretty much not there since lockdown, I'm now doing a lot of work on the online space, both with the corporates and end users. So I have been running some batches for professionals and entrepreneurs as well.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while, I do organize some free sessions also.
Right.
So I keep posting most of these session details on my LinkedIn and my Facebook profile.
Wonderful.
So for people who are really interested, so I do a lot of work on productivity and communication. Again, so you're doing some phenomenal work on communication. Writing is one aspect of communication. It's
Absolutely,
how you express your ideas, right?
Yes.
But speaking is another form of communication.
Yes.
So I actually do a lot of work in terms of one-on-one conversations and in terms of public speaking.
Right.
Not everybody will become a public speaker, but everybody has to converse with people on a one-on-one basis. So I run some specialized sessions on communication. In fact, I'm starting off another batch in January. I'll keep running some of these batches.
Right.
And wherein my endeavor is to spend some quality time on a one-on-one basis. So I do a lot of work on communication and productivity, and my details are all these session details will be available on my LinkedIn and Facebook profile.
Wonderful. Everybody who's listening, you should understand that if you are passionate about something, your heart is speaking out for that. So there is no harm in going ahead in that and making that your career, as Vikas has proven, as I have shown all of you my journey. So now, let me just quickly summarize this interview today. Everybody who's thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, or look at the book, Be Your Boss. Can you make it a little bit up so that we can see your name also? Little bit up. Yes. Yes, Vikas Bansal. So grab this book. I would be sharing the link under the in the show notes below, and you can grab the book and connect with Vikas Bansal. Just Google Vikas Bansal and follow him on LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever he's available. And if you are someone who is following the passion of writing and struggling to complete the book, or struggling to kind of publish, or maybe you're thinking that whether who will read your book, whether you will be reaching the world or not, then I invite you to this community called Author Freedom Hub. Nowadays, you are like lucky because I'm doing some live sessions in the community as well, which is called Publishing Marathon. So I don't know how many I will do it further. But if you are willing to join, there's a training link below the video. So maybe you can join the training link, or you can watch on my live webinar. So attend that, and you'll be amazed to kind of see the kind of value, kind of learnings you have in that session. So great to have you, Vikas Bansal, here. It was really a pleasure talking to you. And now I'll be just ending the masterclass by asking you one parting piece of advice for everybody. What do you say to people as a parting piece of advice?
So I would say life needs to be looked at like a marathon. Most of us who've been in the corporate world, so some you've worked in the corporate world for long. So most of you who've been in the corporate world, we always look at life only to the next quarter, to the next year, maximum to the next year, because we concern about our next year increments and next year appraisals.
Yes.
But life is like a marathon, most of us are going to stay on till about 70, 80, 90 years. So there should come a point in your life wherein you should be seeking your passion, where you should be working because your passion should be driving you. And so always be on the lookout for that. You may not want to be an author, you may not want to be a speaker, but you never know what you could be. So always be on the lookout for options, and life is beautiful. So I would always suggest you to be always be looking out for the next best thing that could come in your life.
Wonderful. And I would say that enjoy the unfolding of life. Enjoy the moment. If something is coming out of your heart, it could be your calling. If you keep on suppressing that, it will end up not becoming good things. So at the right time, wait for the unfolding and take your step. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in so far. If you have watched the interview so far, I request you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this content, and comment, of course, below the video, and follow get Vikas Bansal's book, as well as look at my training video below. Thank you so much. It was wonderful interacting with you, Vikas, and audience, all of you, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.